Hi folks, welcome to INFX 542, Information Structure Using XML. I'm hoping this is going to be a really great class, and I'm hoping to see all of you either in person or virtually within the next week or so. And let me give you some information to get you started. This course is more complex in logistically than probably most of the courses you've taken, and that's because there are various options that you can exercise in taking this class, and all of those options are in place simultaneously in any quarter. You can take the course synchronously or asynchronously. Synchronous simply means that there are required meetings, and doesn't mean that we're face-to-face. In fact, there's a synchronous remote option that many of you have signed up for, and the remote meetings will happen online rather than happening face-to-face. And I'll send out an email to those of you concerned with that to tell you how that works later. So the difference really between synchronous and asynchronous is that the synchronous have required meetings in the class where there'll be evaluation during class time, and the asynchronous ones don't. The asynchronous ones, in the asynchronous class, there's no required interaction in order to do all the course materials. In addition to that, there's another kind of axis of choice here, and that's whether you want to take a less technical or a more technical track. And we'll talk more about that in a moment. So you can be face-to-face taking a less technical track, or face-to-face taking a more technical track. You could be remote doing less or more technical, or asynchronous doing more or less technical. So lots of different possibilities, lots of different options, lots of different categories you can put yourself in to make the most out of this class and to take it in the way that is most convenient to you. I will bind you to the section that you registered for. There are 6 sections for this class. And 2 of them fall into each of the categories. If you're in A or B, you're in the face-to-face synchronous. If you're in C or D, you're in the remote synchronous. And if you're in E or F, you're in the asynchronous sections. I'll allow you to move around from option to option as much as possible, but if we get overcrowded in any one place, I'll give priority to the people who are registered for that section. So more or less try to stick with the section you registered for, and talk to me if you want to try and maneuver that a little bit. Okay, so now on to more and less technical. The course material really is pretty much the same. There's one additional topic on facets in the more technical track, but other than that, the coverage of the class really is pretty much the same. The difference between the more technical track and the less technical track really boils down to the sorts of exercises and projects that you do. In the more technical track, I'll expect you to go deeper into the programming aspects of XML and deeper into the kind of HTML coding aspects of XML. I'll take a quicker pace in that class and do sort of less drilling and those sorts of exercises and more advanced exercises. So you should choose the one that's right for you. I won't tell you how to choose. I always have students that take a track that they're not front and center for and do just fine in that choice. The qualifiers that you should think about is if you have only a basic background in HTML and very little or no programming experience, then the less technical track is really mainstream for you. If you have more background in HTML and at least some programming experience, then the more technical track may be the one for you. If you have a lot of technical experience, then I would expect that the technical track is the one that you're looking for. I've found from students in the past, oh, by the way, just because I call it the less technical track doesn't mean that it's not technical. This may be the most technical class you take in your career here at the iSchool, because it does require you to think analytically and to do at least some amount of programming-like activities. So the personal challenge, even in the less technical track, is not low. It's a medium to hard class, even for the people who take the less technical track, and it's a medium to high challenge class for those who take the more technical track. So think about it and choose which one you want. If you want, also feel free to contact me, and we'll talk about it personally, which track is best for you. Okay, so